Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 10 and do a Q&A for the first 4 episodes and just like The Walking Dead in general because I like doing these Q&As at the end of every single month. And earlier this week, I asked you guys to send in some questions. So we're going to be talking about those questions and answering them. And then you guys in the comments down below can give your answers as well to the questions because these are some really good questions. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so the first question comes in from Alejandro Juarez Rodriguez, who says, how do you think Maggie's re-entry can play out? Great videos, greetings from Spain. Well, greetings, and thank you so much for that nice comment. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me on these videos, so thank you for that, Alejandro. But to answer your question, how do you think Maggie's re-entry can play out? That's an interesting one because they pretty much did confirm that Maggie is coming back. They said she's going to be a series regular in season 11, but they did say that her return will be in season 10. So because her being a series regular in season 11, I'm assuming she's going to come towards the end of season 10. And at the pace that the Whisper War is going on now, I think the Whisper War will go into the second half. And because of that, I think that she will come towards the end of the Whisper War, possibly the last battle. If I would have to make a guess right now on how I think she will re-enter, that would be it. That I think she's going to come during the last battle, help out, and then that would lead into the new world and the new community and the radio and, you know, the Commonwealth. And I still think that Maggie is connected to the Commonwealth. I still think Georgie is the Commonwealth because what else could it be? I mean, yes, it could be a totally different group, but for me, it's the Commonwealth. So that's how I think it's going to happen. I think towards the end of the Whisper War, she's going to come back, help out during the last fight maybe, and then introduce them to the Commonwealth. Awesome question, Alejandro. Thank you for sending that in. And you guys let me know in the comments down below, how do you think Maggie will re-enter into The Walking Dead? The next question comes in from Michael Calcutt, who says, Q&A, do you think Siddiq will commit suicide because of the PTSD and because he's feeling guilty? Great videos, keep it up. Well, thank you so much for the support, Michael. I do appreciate that. And that's an interesting question because you're right. You know, Siddiq has PTSD and he's feeling guilty over what happened with the Whisperers. But do I think he will commit suicide? I'm going to say no because Michonne and Dante, they've been there for him and has been helping them out, especially Dante. You know, he's been a really good friend to Siddiq and just helping him through this tough situation. And then also on top of that, Rosita, he's a father and he has a baby with Rosita, and if I'm gonna be honest, things aren't looking that good for Rosita. They've just been hinting at it for a long time, and I just have this feeling that Rosita will end up dying this season. Siddiq is gonna want to be there and raise their baby, and even if nothing happens to Rosita, even if Rosita does survive, I still think Siddiq is gonna be okay because he was talking to Michonne about being a father. It means a lot to him, and I just don't see him committing suicide. But you guys let me know, what do you think? And thank you for sending in that question, Michael. I appreciate the support. And the next question actually goes with what I was just talking about with Rosita. The next question comes in from Dallas Redican, who says, Q&A, since the actress for Rosita is being in another show, do you think they'll kill her off or make her leave the show for a little while, like what the actress for Maggie did? Bonus question, if she does die, how do you think she will? I personally think she'll get Andrea's comic death and she goes and saves Eugene since they have been so close the past years. Also, your vids are awesome. Keep it up. Well, thank you for the kind comment, Dallas. I appreciate it. And yeah, the actress for Rosita is going to be in another show. And we know it's tough to be on two shows because shows film for a long time. So I think they're going to kill her off because I think if they make her leave the show, that'll be a little bit repetitive. Like they just did it for Maggie, who went to a show, and now they're going to do it for Rosita. And people know that she's doing it because of a show. So I don't think they would want to do it and make it repetitive because they know they would probably get criticism for that they're too scared to kill characters and this and that. So I don't think they're going to do the same thing with Rosita and send her somewhere for a while. I mean, where is she going to go, though? That's also the thing. So I think she's going to end up dying. And then your bonus question on how I think Rosita will die, I agree with you there. Maybe it doesn't have to be exactly like Andrea's death. Maybe they want to save that for someone else. But I definitely agree with you that I think she's going to save Eugene because of that scene they had together and Eugene confessing and Eugene really liking Rosita. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the way she ends up going. You know, maybe during a Whisper battle, and maybe there's another Walker attack. Maybe Eugene's about to get bitten or something. That would be interesting to have another bite kill. And I think it could work with Rosita and Eugene because if they're together, and Rosita like blocks Eugene and takes the bite for him, that would be a slow death and a final moment between those two that's gonna be very important. So I think that is the way she's gonna end up dying, that she's gonna save Eugene. But thank you for sending in that question. Thank you for the nice comments. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Rosita will die or she's gonna leave this show? And if you do think she's gonna die, how do you think she's gonna die? Let me know in the comments down below. The next question comes in from Betty Smith, who says, why do you think after all these years Rick hasn't made his way back to Alexandria? Since Maggie is returning, how old will Herschel Jr. be? Thanks for taking the time to do this for us. Well, thank you for sending in the question, Betty. I appreciate it. And the first question that's an awesome question, because that's also been something that I've been thinking about and something I can't wait to find out the answer of, because it's been 6 years. And in that movie, the first Rick Grimes movie, it's going to pick up where Rick left off, and he's going to that base, a CRM base. And I can't wait to find out what happened to Rick, because you're right. It's been like 6-7 years, probably closer to 7 years, because there's been like 2 time jumps since that 6-year time jump. So it's been a long time since Rick left Alexandria, and he's been stuck there. So I cannot wait to find out what happened. I don't want to throw like a random theory, but I will for the sake of the question. But I don't think Rick will ever turn bad. If anything, I think he's just like stuck there. I think this community is so big that, well, that's also in like I kind of skeptical on myself, because he's gonna be stuck there for like 7 years. That's kind of insane to think about. It would be interesting to see if Rick like found a life there for himself. I wouldn't bet on it though. I think he wants to go back. I think the moment he wakes up and realizes he's alive, he wants to go back. But because it's been 7 years, I feel like maybe he's weaved into the community somehow. Maybe they don't want to let him leave. That would be interesting. I mean, that is kind of like a big deal, because it's been like 7 years. So part of me is like, has he been held captive for 7 years? I mean, it could happen, because the community is so big and they look so powerful and seem so powerful. So any of those are possible. If I would have to make a guess right now on what I think, I would probably say that he's held there under like against his will, or maybe they just like have a reason he can't leave. Maybe they're doing experiments on him. Maybe they lied to him. Maybe they sent him to a different base that's in a different country. I don't know. It's so hard to say. But you guys let me know what you think. These are answers I cannot wait to find out. Like, I am so excited for that Rick Grimes movie. It's unbelievable. And then your second question, how old will Herschel Jr. be? I gotta do some math now, which I've never been too good at, but that's so, well, she was born between season 8 and 9, so I would probably say like, what was the like early season 9? It was probably like 1 year old or something. So I would probably say like maybe 8 years old, which is gonna be pretty awesome, because he's probably gonna be like a little bit younger than Judith, maybe the same age, but possibly a little younger. But I can't wait to see Herschel Jr. Like, that's gonna be so awesome to see somebody like playing Herschel. He's gonna be talking. Actually, it's gonna be, hopefully the casting is gonna be awesome. It's gonna look like a little Glenn. But yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to see that. But yeah, he's probably gonna be like 7-8 years old. But thank you so much for sending in those questions, Betty. I really appreciate it. The next question comes in from Marco Bode, who says, Q&A, do you think Ezekiel will come in contact with Stephanie? I mean, he does need some love. And also, do you think Gamma will fight anyone eventually? So I like that idea of Ezekiel coming in contact with Stephanie, because Stephanie could be somebody he could talk to and bond with. And then also at the end of season 9, it was his end that we left off of. When he was done talking on the radio, he got up and left, and we saw that Stephanie, or I don't know if that was Stephanie, but you know, somebody on the radio, could possibly Stephanie, most likely Stephanie, was talking through that radio. And since he heard it there at the hilltop, Ezekiel's at the hilltop, and yeah, I like that theory, and I think it's definitely possible. And I would not be surprised if it happens. Hopefully it happens, is what I'm trying to say. And do I think Gamma will eventually fight somebody? Definitely. They are putting a lot of focus on Gamma. You know, she's becoming a main character, and I think she is going to fight somebody to prove herself to Alpha. And it looks like she's like a character who wants to work her way up. And I wouldn't be surprised if she wants to be like the beta of the group. And I think that she's willing to do anything for Alpha to make her happy. And if Alpha tells her to go fight somebody or maybe try to kill somebody, I think Gamma will definitely do that. And besides that, they're putting a lot of focus on her. And I think she is going to get into a fight with somebody from one of the communities. Those are some really good questions. Thanks for sending them in, Marco. I'm interested to see what others think. You guys let me know your answers to those. And thanks again, Marco, for those questions. The next question comes in from Tasha Farah, who says, do you think Alpha might have forced Siddiq to behead Henry? Would like to see Carol talking to Siddiq about Henry's last words and how he reacts. Also, what if Alpha and Carol fight and Lydia has to make a choice and kills Alpha to save Carol? That would make the communities accept Lydia, right? You were doing a great job. Very informative. Well, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Also, I apologize if I'm saying any of these names wrong. I just realized I'm not the best name pronunciator, so I apologize if I've been butchering these names. But that's an awesome question because I have never really thought about that before. Alpha forcing Siddiq to behead Henry. And that could happen. That really could happen. And that might be the reason why they're exploring so much Siddiq. And that might be something that they might have revealed later on. Like imagine, like you said, Siddiq and Carol talking about Henry's last words and Siddiq making that revealment. I mean, not only that would say a lot about Alpha too, like making Siddiq do that. But yeah, that's an awesome theory right there because that could have happened. I also really like your second point there about Alpha and Carol fighting and Lydia killing Alpha to save Carol, because you're right, that would definitely make the communities accept Lydia for doing that, for saving Carol. And that could definitely happen because I know the top 3 choices to take out Alpha would be Carol, Lydia, and Negan. I think Carol, I could definitely see that. Imagine like Carol and Lydia like teaming up and both taking down Alpha. That would be fucking awesome. Hopefully that would happen. But I like that theory also. But Lydia's gonna have to do that. Lydia's gonna have to do something that's gonna have the communities accept her. And her saving Carol could definitely be the case. Saving somebody from Alpha could do the job. So awesome questions there. I appreciate it. You guys let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and opinions about this because those are some really awesome questions. And the last question comes in from Tammy Hillhouse, who says, Q&A. Do you think Siddiq is having PTSD flashbacks not only because he was possibly forced to be involved with the killings to prove himself to be their inside spy, but also to not be beheaded himself? Just my thought. Alright, so I just gotta say, I'm reading these questions as they come up because I don't read them before and think about them. I'm just reading them right now and then answering them. I just want to keep it like, pretty much as live as possible. But I just realized how many of these questions end up going together. Like Dallas's question, Michael's, Tassa's, Tammy's. All these questions are going together. So that's super funny and awesome. But yeah, I like your question also because that could be the case. Because maybe Alpha threatened Siddiq and said, I'm going to kill you unless you kill someone else. Like, for example, what Tasha said, kill Henry. And Siddiq being a father, or he knew he was going to be a father, maybe he did it because he knew he wanted to be there for Rosita and their kid, and he did it to live, and now he's suffering. Because, yeah, he's definitely having PTSD flashbacks, that's for sure. And that could be the case, too. I love all these theories, guys. These are awesome. So that definitely could be the case, because he might have done it in the moment to save himself, but now looking back at it, he probably feels guilty if that was the case. So that's probably the best theory of what happened. I know a lot of people, when the episode aired, were thinking that Siddiq was a spy. I never really thought he would be a spy because that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he be a spy, especially after what Carl did for him and he was having a happy life in Alexandria? I just didn't see that happening. But like you guys are talking about here, if anything, that would probably be the outcome, that Alpha forced Siddiq to do it. Or, like Siddiq said himself after it happened, that Alpha left him alive to relay the message. So, I like that idea. I think that would be an interesting reveal. How both of you guys were talking about how Alpha forced Siddiq to kill somebody, possibly beheading Henry. So that would be a pretty insane reveal if it does happen. But you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. I know this is like one of the most popular theories on The Walking Dead right now, like what exactly happened with Siddiq. So you guys let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. But those were the questions you guys sent in, so I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking the time to send in questions and wanting me to answer them. So I appreciate that. I appreciate all the support, all the nice comments. Thank you guys so much. Again, really awesome questions. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about them in the comments down below. But I am going to wrap it up there, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And for more Walking Dead content just like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.